Hey guys, Gleefully Me here, and I just wanted to thank you first of all for joining my Google group for our 2017 goals. And today I wanted to talk about self-compassion, because self-compassion will help a person stay motivated all year long. And it will help a person also be optimistic about their future and the goals that they set for themselves. So first off, what is self-compassion? If you had never heard that term before now, you're not alone, because I hadn't heard about it a year ago when I started being more compassionate towards myself. Self-compassion is the opposite of being self-critical. I talked a lot last time about being self-critical, and if you're interested in that, you can look in the link below in the description. According to Kristen Neff, PhD in Psychology Today, she says, self-compassionate people have a lot less stress, less anxiety, and are less likely to be depressed. They feel less overwhelmed, which are all things that we could use as we're trying to achieve our goals. I personally have found this to be true, and I've also realized that it betters my relationships with my family, with friends, because I'm also being more compassionate to them, just like I am trying to be compassionate to myself. And so, a little example of this would be today when I woke up, I instantly started being self-critical because I woke up and I'm like, oh, I'm so unmotivated to get out of bed today. And then my inner critic started creeping in and saying, yeah, you're not even qualified to be motivating other people. What makes you think that you can motivate them when you're not even motivated yourself to get out of bed? So these were the thoughts that were going in my head, the feelings of not being good enough, not strong enough, not capable. So as that's happening, I realized it, and I thought, you know what? Let's change it to self-compassionate thoughts. So I did. My self-compassionate thoughts consisted of, you know what? It's completely normal for human beings, all human beings, to be unmotivated sometimes. Even the most motivational people get unmotivated. And so I can, be more patient with myself, first of all, as I'm trying to get out of bed. Why don't I handle things this morning a little bit at more of a slower pace? Because, my body's just exhausted from the weekend still. And, that would just really be a good way to help myself out and to not feel so overwhelmed and stressed about all the things that I have to do today. And then also, I started telling myself, you know what? As for me being qualified or not qualified to motivate others, what a great opportunity for them to see that even somebody who's trying to motivate others gets unmotivated, that I am embracing that imperfection instead of trying to hide it or trying to make people think that I'm perfect. That's unrelatable because nobody's perfect. So hopefully, me just telling you that I feel unmotivated once in a while, actually quite frequently, probably daily, is hopefully helpful to you to see that, I have to constantly work at this, and I have to constantly be self-compassionate to myself and recognize that inner critic, because it will creep in, and just being able to do that is really helpful in achieving your goals. Down below, I have also included a link that has a test that you can take. It's not a scary test, so don't worry. It's a test that tells you how self-compassionate you are. So I took it, and it's pretty fun to see how self-compassionate you are and the ways that you can maybe be more self-compassionate towards yourself. So I hope you find my thoughts helpful, and hopefully you can be able to be more self-compassionate to yourself, especially as you are starting this new year off and trying to do better and trying to achieve your New Year's goals. Self-compassion, coming at ya. Oh yeah, self-compassion, baby.